Hello my lovelies, welcome to the Goals and Charmers channel. My name is Claire, this is Ellen, most of you know her. She has decided to join us today. It's yet to be seen if that's a good thing. I know it's good for you guys because you love seeing her, but for me it usually means cat hairs in the face and bottoms when I want to show you crystals. But today we're going to be focusing on a wonderful crystal called Golden Healer. So if you are new here, I hope you enjoy this video and decide to join our YouTube family by subscribing and hitting the bell. Ellen would love that. If you are part of our YouTube family, then welcome back and hello from Ellen. So Golden Healer, my gosh, I have chosen two pieces from our next Crystal Treasures event, which is taking place not this weekend, but the weekend after in our Facebook group. You can find the link below to come join us. And the wand, unfortunately, is mine, so I do not have any of those available at the moment. So let's take a look at what Golden Healer actually looks like. Now, this is really high quality, high grade. You may have to go down, Ellen, because people want to see the crystals, not your butt, my darling. Shall we go down? Off we go. Right, go play. Come on. Okay, so back to the crystal. See, cat hairs up the nose now. Wonderful. So this is Golden Healer. Beautiful, high grade, what I call jelly. If you want to look at your Golden Healer, it's beautiful rainbows in here, rainbows in the front. When you're looking at it, you want to have rainbows. You want it to have almost a jelly look to the pale parts of it. If you think of sort of jelly, rose quartz, Duracell, that sort of thing, that's what you're looking for. Oh my gosh, I love it. So that's one. And then this one is super gel. Beautiful rainbows again, all through. Beautiful color. Just absolutely a stunning, stunning crystal. I mean, just look at that. So tempted to keep, but can't. Claire, be good. So I'm going to hold on to the wand because it's much easier for me to fling around and it is mine. So it's fine to put my energy all over it. But Golden Healer connects to the golden ray. So you might have heard of the violet ray. To connect with the golden ray, you would use Golden Healer. And that connects to our life force energy stream. So this is a very powerful crystal to have in your crystal healing kit. It is classed as one of the master healer crystals because it is wonderful for working with the physical body for any type of healing. It doesn't have kind of an area, like some crystals are good for migraines or some crystals are good for acute things or chronic things. Golden Healer is your kind of whole body helper. It just goes in. You can work with it on any of your specific needs to support you through your healing, to help keep everyone in your home well. It's great to use as a household crystal. Make a crystal grid with it in the center. So anything around health, wellness and healing, Golden Healer is where you want to go, and that's what I use this wand for. I often use it in my distance healing sessions. I use it for my own healing on clients. It's just so very potent with its energy, and because it works through the upper chakras, and that's how it cools down that golden energy stream and working with that life force energy, it really is coming up from the top and down. So when working with the generator and you put that in the center of your grid, it's going to pull up all the other crystals' energy, take it up and then come out and back around, bringing in that golden ray and the universal energy to work with. So very, very powerful tool for healing. It's also a crystal of creation. So if you are trying to call something to you, if you are working on any kind of abundance magic, it doesn't just have to be prosperity. It could be well, it could be house, it could be new job, all of those sorts of things, but it could also be an abundance in your spiritual work. It might be calling in an abundance of health and wellness, calling in an abundance of happiness. This is such a joyful crystal that connects us in with that golden energy. It's a very solar energy crystal as well, so it does like a little bit of sunlight. As always, don't leave your crystals in direct sun, guys. It will fade a lot of them. It can cause issues, but it does like a little bit of a sun bath every now and then because it connects with that solar energy. So if you're doing solar work, then this would be another one. It's stabilizing because it has iron in it. So it's a very strong foundation. You've got quartz and you've got iron. So you've got all that magnification. Any crystals that are connected to it in a grid, any other crystals that you're working with, it's going to amplify. Any intentions that you're putting into it, that you're working with, it's going to create a strong, stable foundation and base for that intention to grow and to manifest in the way that you would like. So it really, I mean, it has endless uses when it comes to Golden Healer. It aligns all of your chakras. So while, yes, we're talking those upper chakras when we're working with that specific area of the crystal, it's kind of like blue kyanite, which will align all of your chakras. But when working with Golden Healer, it aligns them, but it kind of enlivens them. It fills them with that golden energy. So if you've got like deep blockages, deep things like stuck in the chakras, if you've got some little auric tears, things like that, Golden Healer can really come in, bring in that ray and energize things, get things moving again. If you're feeling sluggish, unmotivated, if you're feeling that you're not connected with your creativity, then again, turning to Golden Healer can be a really powerful ally to get you going again. We all go through phases where, you know, we're super motivated and really getting things done at work and at home and out and about and family. And then there are other times when you're like, oh my gosh, I just don't feel it. I do not feel motivated to do it. Maybe you've had a few knocks, some things have not gone as well as you would like. Then this would absolutely be a crystal to turn to, because it's not just going to bring in that motivation energy, that creativity energy. It's also going to lift your spirits. So while it's a crystal of physical well-being and really looking after your physical vessel in vessel in this lifetime, it can also help us mentally if we're struggling, if we've gone through quite a bit. It can help give us courage and strength. So it has this huge scope, which is why sometimes when I see people selling Golden Healer, they'll stick to some very basic chakra information or say, oh, it's great for physical healing. And I'm like, no, guys, look outside the box, because this is so potent. It is a bright and sunny crystal. It always brings me joy looking at it. I mean, how can you not feel joyful when looking at this? And it really does amplify your intentions and your work. So having it on your altar, having it in a grid, you can place intentions underneath of the generators, or if you had a sphere, for example, a generator's better. People often ask me, can I place intentions under a sphere? You can do absolutely anything you feel called to do. If that feels right for you, do it, because that's what our path is about: growing, learning, trying things, seeing what works for us. But when you are thinking of intentions and you want to place them under crystals, think about how that crystal's energy works with the cup that you're using. So if this was a sphere, energy would be going out in all directions. So if I put something under it, I've got a sphere stand, then I've got the sphere. If you use a generator and you place an intention under the generator, the energy of the intention can get pulled up, out, and come back around. So that's really what you want when doing that kind of work. And when you're writing your intentions, you can use dragon's blood ink. You can anoint it with a bit of dragon's blood oil to really amp it up. This crystal pairs brilliantly with dragon's blood, which again is an amplifier of your magics and your healing and your intentions. So it's going to really bring it to life, add more energy. Have that then going up through a powerful crystal like this that's going to amplify, connect with the abundance energy stream, connect with the golden ray, life force energy. I mean, it's got it all going on, guys. What can we not do with this crystal is more to the question. Honestly, I think actually that's a good thing to point out, because sometimes people say to me, oh, like, Claire, something will say online, or you can use this crystal for everything. Can you really use a crystal for everything? You know, you have to look at the crystal. When we're talking about everything we've mentioned to do with Golden Healer, think about what those energies are aligned to. They're all aligned to either the physical body or to calling in and positivity and motivational energy, amplification energy. So you're not going to want to use this crystal for psychic protection. That's a good example. Psychic protection, this isn't going to do you any good for that. I can recommend far better crystals for psychic protection than this. So that's a different energy stream. But anything running along that golden energy stream, anything that is attracting something positive to you, you can turn to this crystal. It is a multitasker, and you will really feel its energy from the moment you begin to work with it. There is a huge difference in quality out there when it comes to Golden Healer. Some of it is very dirty looking. Some of it, you know, it's very dull looking. And while I'll often say, you know, grade and things like that don't matter with a lot of crystals that you might want to work with, but with this one, it kind of does matter a little bit, because it's that clarity and that brightness that's going to connect you to that energy stream, that golden ray. So you want this to be as bright and as glorious as possible. You don't want it to be dull. You don't want it to be kind of clay colored orange in there and yellows. You want it to be very bright, very vivid. You want the quartz aspect of it to be either very clear or very jelly. You don't want a ton of other inclusions. You want it to really be quite a pure, high quality Golden Healer, which is what we've got here. So let's have another look again. Get the head out of the way, Claire. I'm constantly wanting to look myself. Just unbelievably stunning. I mean, it just makes you feel positive looking at it. And look at that there. That's a perfect show of the bright, bright color and banding moving into the jelly. So incredibly beautiful. And then let's have a look at this one, because again, if we look down the front, I don't know if the camera will pick it up because this is super jelly, but you've got a yellow. This is much more yellow here, and then you've got really jelly with all of the rainbows over this side. It's just so stunning. My camera is not in the mood to focus today for some reason. Just gorgeous. So it's something I would say to look out for if you are planning on grabbing a piece of this. If you are looking even down to tumblestones, you want something nice and bright and vibrant and colourful. It should remind you, when you look at it, of the energies that I'm talking about. You should be able to look down at those and go, wow, that's going to connect me with the golden ray. You're going to think of life force energy. You're going to really feel that abundance energy. Just from looking at it, you feel the pick me up. And that's what you want from this crystal. You want it to be very energetic. You want that pick me up energy, so that the minute that you hold it, you feel energized and ready to go in whatever way that you need it. And this crystal is so versatile that it will work with you how you need it at that time. if you're having a down day, you can pick up this crystal and it's very intuitive to work with, and you'll just start to feel lighter as it lifts some of that burden off you. If you're specifically trying to work on physical health and wellness, if you have issues in those areas, I have certain issues and I turn to this crystal a lot to work with, because as soon as I do, it goes in and almost searches for where it needs to go, where it needs to send that light ray. And you don't need a wand to do that. Because I am a crystal healer, I have quite a few wands in specific crystals, but you can hold a generator, you can hold a sphere, you know, you can create your grid with this, but just connect in with that energy and allow it to do its work with you. This is one that I know everyone's like, cleanse, charge, program. We all talk about it because we want to direct our crystal energy. We do, Ellen. We just want to direct it, my darling. But with this one, I would say give it a little bit of room, especially if you are doing that healing work or you are trying to get more motivated, you're trying to work with those specific energies. Give the crystal a little bit of room to kind of go into your energy field, get used to your energy field, and point out to you where it wants to work with you. So a great way to do that is if this was your new piece and you just got it home, sit down at your altar, in the garden, somewhere that you're going to be comfortable and have some peace. If you can, light some incense, you can light candles, you can make as much of it as you would like. But just cleanse it, of course, and then really sit down and just get used to the energy of the crystal and allow that crystal into your energy field, so that the two of you can really become partners, because that's what Golden Healer is. It is a partner crystal to work with. It's why crystal healers have it in their kit. It's why a lot of people that work magically have it on their altar or have it nearby to put in grids, to call upon, to work with, because it adds so much, whether you're doing healing or ritual. Allow it to come in, meditate with it. You can actually meditate and ask the crystal what part of your life it feels that it can most help you with at this time. And it will guide you. It can help you send messages through your guides as well. So if you're like, oh, I'm not connecting in with my crystals, call your guides into circle. Bring them into working with it and allow the messages from the crystal to flow through your guides if that's easier for you. But all in all, this is a bright, sunny, happy, you know, oh my gosh, such an energetic crystal that I am massively passionate about. Not enough people talk about, in my opinion. I think some of that is because there's a lot of really cruddy quality out there. But, you know, get yourself a beautiful piece. Work with it, really embrace the energy, and I would love to hear your stories down below in the comments. If you work with this regularly, if you go and you get a piece, let me know your experiences down below. But that is it for Golden Healer, my lovelies. So if you haven't already, do come over and join me in our Facebook group. We have events over there, lives. There's a files section with all sorts of PDFs and things. There's a gridding album, crystal album, all in fact. There's so much to look at over there and a really great community. But that is it from me, my lovelies. I will speak to you all very soon. Blessed be.